Good morning and welcome to Lycos Radio. This is gonna be kind of like a weekly or like bi-weekly thing. Every 2 weeks or every other week, I'm probably gonna do this. Me and Jose are probably gonna do this too, or Jose probably will do this too. But this isn't a rant podcast. This is just a mini-tage podcast. Oh, it's mini montage. It's a mini podcast, so it's like a mini cast, if you will. Alright, so I'm the type of person that as soon as I wake up, I lay in bed for about a good hour. And I think about life, if you really want to get into details. And what I think about when I'm laying awake is, what am I gonna do today? You know, that's the first thing I think. I don't think, how am I feeling? Or who am I gonna see today? Or how is my dog gonna be my companion today? We never really think about things like that. We always wonder what or why, or how to do it. Kind of like, we just think about the physical aspect of life, you know? But emotionally, there's some gears working up there, and I can tell you, man, there is a lot of gears working up there. So, I usually get up, make a little pot of coffee. Sometimes I come into the studio room, or podcast. I just call it podcasting room. It's really nothing special. I come into the podcasting room sometimes, edit the podcast. Yesterday I did pretty well. I did the Ghost podcast in literally 3 hours. I couldn't upload it because my laptop died and I forgot my charger, which sucked undeniably so much. Hot dogs. Okay. So I forgot my laptop and I was just like mad at myself. I was like, man, I suck. I failed. I can't believe I failed that, you know? And I was all, man, Jose's gonna be mad at me. The listeners are gonna be mad at me. I was just sitting there and thinking, and I wanted to crush my computer, you know, because I thought it was its fault. And I was looking at the negative side of things. And this little mini cast is gonna be a little picker-upper, you know. But yeah, I was just thinking the negative side of things, and I was, man, dude, I've just let everyone down. That's really what I thought, you know, and I wanted to just like beat myself up over it. And then I sat there and thought to myself, and I was like, dude, I edited that podcast in the whole entire morning. I got up at 11. Actually, no, I got up at 10, laid in my bed at 11, and I had to find the motivation to actually edit the video, because that's been motivation has left the boat a long time ago. But I still do it because I make myself get motivated every single day. And I feel like my voice just cracked, and I'm sorry. Anyways, but yeah, and I found the motivation to edit the Ghost podcast. And if you're listening to that, I'm sorry if it's like not professional. You know, me and Jose and I are still barely new at this, and we're just trying to get comfortable with each other too, along with you guys. You know, it's not that we're not comfortable with each other, you know, being super close like brother and sister. We're actually cousins, if you guys are wondering, but we treat each other like brother and sister. And it decides to just chill right there. Okay. But we're comfortable talking to each other, like I said, but with mics in here, it kind of puts in a different atmosphere if you think about it. And we're just trying to do that. Like finding filler words, man. It sucks trying to find filler words because we're always using, I use you know a lot. I use or like a lot. See, told you right there. So we're just trying to find filler words, and if you hear Jose talk, I edit a lot of our ums out, so it ends up like cutting at least 15 minutes short, and that's just of ums or like our filler words. And yeah, we gotta find a new dictionary. So I use so a lot too. Just really that. I use a lot of words a lot. A lot. I use a lot, a lot. A lot. Yeah. Just kidding. I say just kidding a lot too. But you know what? Instead of picking apart it, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I can find some filler words. We're gonna do it in this whole episode, and this episode is gonna be live. So whatever you hear in the background, whatever you hear in there, this is just like raw, live. This is my feelings. All right. This is if you are like me, if you were one of them 1%. I'm kidding. I don't know if I'm a 1%er, but if you are one of them people who just get up and need some motivation, this is your motivation, bro, duder, dudette. Hi. Just kidding. Okay. So that's the first thing you usually think of is, what am I gonna do today? And I know that's the first thing a lot of people think. Trust me, it's either that or like shut that damn alarm off, because that's one of the first things that I do. Because okay, I have different alarms set because this is my motivation. All right, I have about like, I have one at 10:30, 10:15, 10:25, and 10:30. So I have 4 alarms that go off. Each of them play a different annoying ringtone. All right, I mean, they're not annoying, but if you play something over and over and over again, it becomes annoying. It happens to be the Skyrim, but in an 8-bit version. You know, it's a Skyrim theme. And another one is Marimba remix of Lost Woods by Legend of Zelda. Props to them, Legend of Zelda and Skyrim fans. Don't hate on each other, alright? Just don't hate on each other, alright? Skyrim's its own game, Zelda's its own game, alright? They're two very different games that, alright? Just quit hating, alright? There's a lot more things to fight about. Like, which side is better, the right left Twix or the... That made no sense. Alright, you know what? Instead of being a tumbleweed again today, we're just gonna get back into this because this coffee is starting to hit me. Dude. It's crazy how much it's gonna hit me. Okay, sorry, I was like, is my mic working? Like, I could see it, but I don't know if it was my laptop mic or anything. I probably should cover that camera up. Kinda creepy. Alright, anyways, let's get back into the motivation thing. Alright, see, I gotta find some motivation to just finish my sentences. Okay, so I put so many alarms on because I'm crabby when I wake up, alright? If anything wakes me up, even my dog, I'm just like I turn into like the Grinch, alright? So if I have all these alarms going off, I'm gonna have to get up and shut each individual one off. And I know it's an iPhone and stuff, and you could just, it'll say like snooze or stop on it, and snap all of them, stop all of them, stop all of them. But if I keep doing it enough, I'm just gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna get up, or probably just scroll through Facebook and lay in my phone or lay in my bed for about a couple minutes, close to an hour, and scroll through my news feed over like 3 times. And I've done that before. I've done that a lot of times, and I'm sure you have too. Okay, so I do that. And my dog is just chilling, right? She has to go to the bathroom, she'll jump. If she has to go to the bathroom, especially really bad, she'll jump on me, she'll like bark, she'll be like, "Rawr!" Or she'll like do that weird barking talk that dogs do because they're just freaking weirdos, you know? Yeah, Thorn, you heard me. You're a freaking weirdo. Just kidding. But she'll do that, and that'll make me want to get up too, so especially if you have a dog or a cat. Cats are assholes too. I'm sorry for swearing for that, but it's true, man. If you're a cat and you're listening to this, you are a grade A-hole. B-hole? I don't know. Okay, but anyways, I just gotta find the motivation, okay? So the first thing that I really have started to do was make a pot of coffee. I'm not too much of a big coffee drinker, but it's really great energy, and I know it's really super bad for you because caffeine is bad for you. It is pretty much it is a drug, you know. But I always make my pot of coffee, and it makes the house smelling nice and good. And I'll see if I have to clean the house. Most of the times I do, because I have a 1.5-year-old German Shepherd who thinks it's funny. After every time I put away her toys, she has to grab each individual one and just lay them everywhere while I watch. Yeah, I know what it's like to have a kid because my kid is a grade A asshole, okay? And I hope she is listening to this, and I know dogs can understand you because she just knows that pisses me off. You hear me, Thorn? Yeah. See, she's looking at me right now like, Mom, I'm still gonna do what I do because you love me either way. I do love you either way, but you gotta stop being a little... Just kidding. Alright. But, make my grade A cup of coffee. Not really, I still have coffee grounds in it. If you could tell me, you know, even if you do know me, tell me, how do you make a good cup of coffee? Like, for real. Like, I don't know what a good cup of coffee is. But that stems another one of my points. But I'm gonna hurry up and get into this because this is just a little mini cast. All right. I hope you like that bone. Oh dog. All right. Anyways, so it really depends because I'll blast some music too. Music, automatically, like what? Automatically just like boosts your motivation level because it really depends on what kind of music you want to listen to. My music place is all over the place. My music taste is like, I'm trying to find what it's close to. My music taste is like Lady Gaga's wardrobe. All right, it's, well, not now. I guess Katy Perry's wardrobe. It's all over the place. Like, one day I'll be listening to some like death metal or some metal. I don't really like the when it screams in it, but I love the rhythm, the guitars and lead guitars and all that. But I'm not talking about the new metal or the post-hardcore or any of that. Like, I'm talking about straight up metal, like Death or Cannibal Corpse. You got Suicidal Tendencies. I'm talking about, you know, hardcore, you know, metal like that. And I'm not dissing on anything because, dude, I listen to everything. Like, so yeah, sometimes I'll wake up and I'll just blare some. I've been starting to listen to a lot of metal lately. I have metal playlists and I just blast the metal. Sometimes it'll be Megadeth, Slayer. Other times I'll wake up and I want to listen to hip hop. You know, I want to listen to rap, and I don't really listen like ASAP Rocky or Lil Uzi or any of those guys. My dudes, okay, I only listen to like probably 4 main guys, and yes, I'm a stereotypical Eminem fan. Alright, I love Eminem because I respect the dude. Alright, I respect him so much because look what he did. You know, he could have took his life a completely different way, but he had a dream and he worked towards that dream. That's what you gotta do. You gotta find the motivation even in the darkness. You gotta find that motivation because that dude went through hell. And another one of these rappers that I know went through hell too, and he's on top. I mean, he's starting to like be more known, but he still made it, you know, even with no support from his family. Maybe some, but who I'm talking about is like Logic. Logic is okay. If you're listening to this, Logic, well, I guess if you're listening to this, Logic, what's up, dude? But no, if you're listening to this, check out Logic. That's what I meant to say. Check out his new album, Everybody, and importantly, check out America, Take It Back, and the Suicide Hotline song. So the 1-800-273. If I remember that, I'm gonna be pretty impressed because I never remember numbers. I don't even know the number to 911. I'm just kidding. Okay, but it really depends on in the morning. That really boosts my mood, or if I have to clean, because I guess scientists prove that when you do help clean, it releases some something in your brain that makes you happier. It kind of like it has the same aspect as singing. So I guess you could either sing or clean. I'd probably sing because who likes cleaning? I'm just kidding. But no, then those are really my tips. You know, I always wake up with music because it makes you have a different aspect on your day. But you know what? What's really important about just finding motivation is just thinking to yourself, like, you woke up today. Not a lot of people do, you know? And you gotta make every minute count because you never know what's gonna be your last. You really don't. I don't know why I said it like that, but, you know. Gotta drink my coffee. But yeah, you woke up today, you're healthy, you're happy. If you have a job, if you have a job that you love your job, you know. Love the coworkers that you like inside there. Love the trees. That's more important, dude. In a world full of negativity and ugliness, okay, I'm gonna be completely real to you. If you're from these two states, it's not that I don't hate you. I'm just sick of these states. Alright? Wisconsin and Michigan. I am sick of Wisconsin and Michigan. Like, I'm so sick of just seeing flat farmlands and stuff. And I've seen everything though, you know, Michigan and Wisconsin. There's really nothing that could change my mind. You could be like, oh, there's this cool dinosaur park. I haven't checked that out yet, but that's gonna be on the agenda this summer. I guess there's a dinosaur park in like Lower Michigan or something like that. But I've pretty much seen what I had to in Pictured Rocks. Like, yeah, I guess Pictured Rocks is cool, but I mean, it's just Pictured Rocks. Like, that's literally where everyone goes for a vacation. Or like they'll go to like a forest, like a national forest here. I only know Hiawatha up here. Or they'll go to like Mackinac Island, or they'll go to Detroit for Pawn Stars or something like that. Or no, those Hardcore Pawn, or something like that. But it's. You didn't let go. You have to chew your bone right there. Everyone's gonna hear you. Alright, so if you hear that, that's my dog chewing her bone because she thinks she's a complete bad anus. Alright. That means badass. Just so you know. Okay. But like I said, I just want to change your view, you know, but even though I'm sick of living here, that doesn't make me see nature differently. I'm sick of seeing, you know, the flatlands. Alright, I'm sick of just going into the woods sometimes, and I get bored of that. That's why fall is one of my favorites, because of the color. But I usually do my best to try and find places throughout my city, because I live on the lake, and I want to try and find some good places to go sit at by the lake, because the lake sometimes is so beautiful that it looks like a mirror, like a flat mirror, just reflecting the sun back. And that's all you gotta do, is just trying to find the beauty in the ugly. And next time you go outside, look at them trees. Like, think about them trees. They've been here for like hundreds and hundreds of years. If you think about it, there's so much history, even on the ground you're stepping in. I was sitting there talking to Jose, and I just looked at him and I was like, isn't it crazy? He's like, what? I was like, the earth is over 1 billion years old. Just think about that. The earth is more than 4 billion, like with a B, 4 billion years old. And humanity has been here, well, civilization pretty much 100,000 years. There's a dog barking, if you guys can hear that, little chihuahua. My dog is about to bark, I feel it. I can feel it in my stomach. But anyways, like, civilization has been here so long. Like, think of the history. Like, not even the written history. Like, think of the history that had... Dude, where you're walking, there's dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were here. Like, if you really get in depth with it, it's like, alright, yeah, we're in Michigan, but you never know. There could have been like a stegosaurus where we walked where we are right now. Yeah, the earth changes. Alright, it's been billions of years, earth changes, and I'm sure this wasn't the original, you know, land that the dinosaurs did step on, but think about it. We shared the land with dinosaurs and cave people, our ancestors that we know today, if you believe in that. Okay, I'm not dissing on your beliefs or anything, but I'm just saying if you believe in that. And we're definitely going to be talking about a very important topic, because we should definitely talk about this and debate this because of dragons. I believe they were real, because if the pterodactyl was real, dragons could have been real. Alright? And yeah, I'm sure they didn't have the 6 limbs that we, you know, the 2 arms and the legs and wings, but they could have just been like your stereotypical like Skyrim, you know, dragons. But yeah, there weren't knights either. Alright? But think about it, okay? Actually, I'm not even gonna get into that conversation. We'll save that for another episode. But let's get back into the motivation. So, we're here for a reason, alright? And I'm not gonna stem off from a religious point. Like I said, Jose and I aren't gonna talk about religion and politics. We respect your views. We respect everyone. Okay, that's my motivation, is respect everyone. Because how are you gonna get respect if you don't give it? Okay, think about that. When I see someone's like, well, I'm not gonna respect them because they don't respect, how are they gonna respect you? All right, how are they gonna be like, okay, oh sh, I'm gonna spill my coffee. I'm getting real riled up right here. I'm gonna set that down before I actually spill it on something important. Set up my pride. Alright, anyways, but how are you going to get respect if you don't give it? Alright, so this is easy way to respect, especially when a rant that I'm probably gonna get into in like next week's rant episode, or mini cast episode. Alright, so manners are pretty much what make you a better person. If you don't know manners, then you can go and F off. Because I've stemmed my whole life on manners. Yeah, I'm a girl. I don't sound like a girl, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't sound like one, but I am one. 100%. Dude, my dog is gonna like... Okay. 100%. I think I'm a girl. Hopefully. I haven't seen any weird parts on me. But yes, I know I'm one, so if you're sitting here still wondering like, but it sounds like a dude. Well, I'm sorry, okay? I have a deep voice. Puberty hit me too hard. And too early, actually. But we're not gonna get into that either. Okay, so what was I talking about again? Man, I can't. I'm a tumbleweed. God dang. I forgot what I was talking about. Okay, manners. There we go. My mom taught me. Well, my mom, my uncle, my grandparents, they taught me about manners, alright? And my mom was just a pretty basic person. She was like, you don't have to hold the door open or anything, just say thank you and please. Just be like, thank you so much, or please, or ask to use something before you use it. Alright? And I've been doing that my whole life. Even through the things that I've been through, and I've been through and met some rude people. Like sometimes, sometimes my mom was rude sometimes, or sometimes my uncle was. Sometimes the people that taught me manners were rude sometimes, but that never stopped me from being rude. All right, I will walk into a grocery store, and I will hold open one of them automatic doors. I don't even care. Like I must be Canadian or something because I am hella nice. All right. And I'm bragging about it because we all need manners. And if you use manners all the time and you're nice to people, you gotta brag about that, because that's how we stop stereotypes, people. That's how we stop stereotypes. That was me winking. Wimping. But anyways, I always try to smile at someone because you never know if they need that. Alright, that's my motivation to one of you guys out there. Make at least one person smile today, whether that's smiling back at them, cracking a funny joke, or even an awkward joke where they just have to smile awkwardly. Like, that still counts, alright? Or an evil smile. Actually, evil smiles don't count. It's gotta be all made from love and awkwardness, because that's what we are here at the Lyco Studio. But anyways... I'm still kind of a little sick, I don't know. It's like allergies. But... hold the door open for someone. I don't care if you're a boy or a girl. Hold the door open for someone. Like, you never know. That person could be like, thank you. They could look at you in a completely different way. Like, I know most of the time, if this is true, alright? This is completely true. If you're darker skin tone, they might just like they might just pull their person closer to them. And this has happened to me before, alright? This has happened to me before, because I'm about to tell you a story. I'm about to tell y'all a story where I misinterpreted something, alright? No, this isn't actually related to it, but I just wanted to share this. So I was walking into the store, right? And I think it was Subway, or it was a gas station. And I was walking in, and this lady held this door open for me. And I was like, wow, it's never really happened to me before, especially with especially with elderly ladies, And I'm not trying to be racist, or not racist, but like stereotypical, but I live by some mean ass old people. Alright, I'm just gonna say it right there. Okay, I live by some mean old people. Some are nice, and if you're nice, you're cool. But anyways, she held the door open to me, and I was just like, oh, wow, you know, I was really, really excited, and I was just like, oh my god, I feel so good, you know? And I turn around, and I go to thank her. Turns out, she actually got her purse handle stuck on the doorknob. And after I, was like, no, she looked busy, I kind of pinpointed it together. She didn't open the door out of her kind-heartedness. She opened it because her purse got stuck on the door handle. And I got embarrassed for her because that's happened to me a couple of times. But no, it was just one of them funny things where I was like, oh, thanks for holding the door open for me. And I guess she was just like, oh, you're welcome, but in reality her purse was stuck on the door handle. So I thought it was pretty funny. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about was just motivation. If you can't find any motivation, be your own motivation. Alright, like I said, you woke up today, you're healthy, you're alive, you ate today, hopefully you have a roof over your head, and you're able to do what you want, even if you don't, because I've been there, you know, but I've overcome my fears, I've overcome my obstacles, and I still have more obstacles to go. You still have more obstacles to go. This life isn't easy, you know, and everyone thought it was gonna be easy as soon as we turn 18. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go pay some bills. That's not hard at all. Life is like climbing a hill, man. You're gonna get to the bottom, and you're gonna be like, all right, so this is gonna be a long climb. Oh my god, a long climb. And on the way there, you're gonna witness some things. You're gonna walk into spider webs, which are disgusting and gross. And spiders, if you're listening to this, you guys gotta stop. You guys gotta stop, alright? You guys are disgusting, man. Maybe if you guys could talk, but you guys are gross, alright? Just stay out of my house. Stay out of my life. Alright, but anyways, you're gonna walk into tree branches. You're gonna trip over logs. You're gonna step in poop, like deer poop, bear poop, or feces, whatever word you prefer. You're gonna step in. You're gonna actually step on snakes. You're gonna have to maybe punch a few bears, you know, not even just like wrestle with. You just gotta slap them in the face, man. You gotta take them bears and like, I'm not scared of you, bear, and just like straight up slap a bear, man. Or you'll have to like, unless it's like a panda bear or a little bear cub, or a little. I like black bears too. But keep climbing, man. Just keep climbing. Because you keep climbing throughout your life. You keep climbing. You keep working towards what you have. You're never going to feel ashamed of all the things that you have. You're never going to be like, I don't even want to brag about this. I don't even want to tell people that I got this new thing. I don't even want to tell people that, you know, there's a difference. Because when you're being humble and you're being... That means you're like respecting what other people think, but you're just like, you know the stuff you worked hard for. But then there's spoiled people out there that just get everything handed down. And it's like, I know there's some spoiled people out there that don't mean it, and they're like, I'm sorry, I got this, you know, I never asked for it, but it just happens. And I think that's like, that should stop right there, you know, because that's just an argument that's kept for another day. But just love each other. That's pretty much what it is, you know. But especially hardworking, if you had to bust your back that whole day or the whole week or something like that, take a load off, man. Just be like, I got through that. Alright, and then climb, and you're still climbing, and you're still climbing, and each step you take is hard. Because it gets harder and harder, and you're starting to lose your breath and everything. But you know what? You gotta take a breath too, man. Breathe. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. But then you start to... You take that breath and you keep going higher and higher and higher. And I'm not saying the view is death, preferably. Or not preferably, but you know what I mean. It doesn't represent death. It represents your happiness. So when you climb that hill or you climb that mountain, you don't know what's going to be on the other side, alright? On the other side, it could be a post-apocalyptic world, you know? Or like the graveyard from Lion King. It could be just like a big old bone graveyard, alright? But most of the time, if not 90%, it depends on the path you decide to choose. That view is going to be a breathtaking view of your dream. You know, whether your dream is to own your own business, alright? Pretend that's your own business. Whether it's to own a nice house and a family and be married, and you know, that's going to be your future, okay? That view is what you aspired. That view is why you climb that highest mountain, okay? Like logic would say, you gotta climb the highest mountain to master the will. And think about that, because climbing sucks, man. I know, I'm still up there. You know, I'm 21 years old, but I'm making right decisions, and I hope people are proud of me. I hope if you're listening to this and you know me and you've been through my life and you've helped motivate me, I hope you're proud of me, because I'm doing my best. You know, instead of doing drugs and drinking and taking the path that a lot of people thought I would do. You really gonna sit on that chair? Really? You want to be part of this podcast too? Sorry. But one thing I never gave up was on my little brother or my dog. Okay? Even though I've wanted to give up on myself so many times, I never gave up on them. And it sucks. It really does. Because you just want to give up and you're like, you know what? I'll be pain free. But it makes us human. You know, it makes us human so much, because if we couldn't feel pain, we'd be just like these weird like little robots and stuff, and we'd be like I don't know why. I just did that. But like I said, climb that mountain, get through those obstacles, jump over that. I've got a problem with talking with my hands, because I just spilled my coffee on me the second time throughout this video. Okay, before I sign off, I just want you to know that, like I said, this is gonna be a weekly thing, alright? Jose will do it, I'll do it, Thorny will do it. So if you get some weird breathing in a podcast, that's just Thorny trying to talk, alright? If it sounds like a creepy old perv, just like that, that's Thorny. That was me that time, but most of the time it'll be Thorny. But yeah, if you want to get motivated, or if you want anyone to be motivated, definitely share this video, because I just want the word out. We gotta be equal in this world, especially in this world, because like, that's why I said you should listen to America or Take It Back. Yeah, I totally just like spaced out there for a second. Actually, I had like some, I don't know. But we're all equal, you know, even though you don't want to see it. We all have to fight this. We all have to fight this demon called life. Alright? Just think of it that way. We all have to fight this entity called life. Okay? And as much as life wants to push you and give you anxiety, depression, you can't let it. That's the thing. You can't let it. You gotta be like, this isn't gonna define me. Alright? And I know what it's like. Before we go off, I want you to tell me. I've had my very first anxiety attack, and I thought I was dying. I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now, and I don't know why. It just overcame me with like this paranoia and this fear that I was gonna die. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh crap, okay, so I'm gonna need to call the cops. And every inch of me was like, as soon as I got up, I felt so dizzy and fatigued, and I wanted to fall over, and I was having trouble breathing, and you know, all this pressure was just set in, and I felt like my soul was like lifting from my body, like I wasn't me, like I wasn't I was a shell, but I weighed like a ton. Okay, and I could hardly move, but I forced myself to move to my brother's room because I was standing over his bed, ready to be like, Farron, I need you to call the paramedics. And I was just waiting, and then I just sat there and I was like, this is an anxiety attack. I felt so ready. After that, I don't know, it's not that I felt so ready to die, it's just I felt like I was gonna die. But then again, I knew I wasn't, if that makes sense. Like, I knew I was fine, and it was all in my head, and I just had to sit there and calm myself down. And if you are having an anxiety attack, it's, I guess you breathe from your esophagus. So the way to do that is if you lie down on your back and put both hands on your put one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach, and breathe so the hand on your stomach goes up and down. Okay? And it takes a lot because or especially if you're a singer, you know what I'm talking about, but it really takes some practice, you know. I didn't know that after I read some or listened to something on panic attacks and all that. But after that I got scared because I was like, what if I have another one? What if I have another one? What if I have another one? I was asking myself these questions, like, but I'm not gonna let it define me, you know. But just live your life, be happy that you woke up this morning, and love each other. That's all I have to say for this rant, and hopefully, and sorry for it's too long. I'm gonna try and aim for the 15 to 20 minute mark instead of this 40-minute one. But this will be another thing for you to listen to, and until then, we're gonna be discussing a very interesting topic next week, so stay tuned. Alright, this is Carly with Lycos Radio, and I'm about to sign off as soon as I can get my mouse to start working. But have a good day, and be respectful. Nice. That's a cool outro. I think I'm gonna use that. Be respectful. Love each other. Alright, see you guys later.